Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby 83. This is the Mr. Hornsby 83 show, and sorry this video is a bit late. I just got back home. I was working out at the gym, and I was listening to my music, and while I was waiting for my wife to pick me up to take me home, I got my Target gift card. So I told my wife to take me to Target, but Target really didn't have nothing. Well, there was two things I was interested in, but I didn't know if I had the money in the bank for it to go with the freaking gift card, so I was not able to pick up anything at Target. But my father-in-law did get me another one of these Ultimate Edition Stone Cold Steve Austins. And if you're wondering what I had to do to get his arms to look like this, I used the Ruthless Aggression Stone Cold Steve Austin figure that my son has, because he gives him the same size arms as this new Ultimate Edition one. And I took those off from the bicep, and this part of it, all the way down. And I put the hands to the Ultimate in there, so got my two definitive Stone Cold Steve Austin figures now. I got the promo gear one, I got the wrestling gear one, and I got the extra knee brace. So if I want to switch to Stone Cold in the jean shorts with two knee braces, I can do that. All I gotta do is pop out the frickin' wrestling gear arms and put in the promo gear arms to the wrestling gear one. So pretty happy about that. But this is things I'm hoping to see at San Diego Comic-Con this year. And we're going to start with, of course, I started out talking about WWE figures and all that stuff. We're going to start out with Mattel WWE. First and foremost, the one figure I want to see is pre-NWO WCW Hulk Hogan, because we have not gotten that figure ever, and the ones we have got, it's been in the promo gear, and he had the old freaking torso and old build and all that stuff, so it didn't look like Hulk Hogan. Now, I know Hulk Hogan was a little bit leaner when he first started in WCW, but boy, they made him way too skinny. Way too skinny in those early Hogan figures. Now, they've redone a lot of them and gave us the better torso and build and all that. But yeah, I want to see. You could make it a Monday Night War figure. You can make it a freaking Ultimate Edition. You can make it in the Legend Wave. Anywhere. But I want to see a pre-WCW, pre-NWO WCW Hulk Hogan figure. But come on, Mattel, get on that. I'm also going to talk about what I want to see from Jazwares too. So I'm going to try not to touch too much on the Mattel stuff, but there are a few things I want to see. Next, depending on how things go in these next couple of weeks, I would like to see a new Bill Goldberg figure made by Mattel. We have not had a new Goldberg figure in quite a while by Mattel, and I think it's about time we get another Goldberg figure, whether it's an Ultimate Edition, whether it's a Monday Night War figure. They'll probably put it out with the newly tooled WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And I think it'd be something good to have, especially with the fact we just seen his last match a couple weeks ago, which he's been complaining about these past couple weeks. But yeah, so yeah, I want to see a new Goldberg figure in Ultimate Edition form, or Monday Night War, or whatever. If they do get a new Goldberg figure, in Ultimate Edition. I might buy it. And I don't know, probably sell my old Ultimate Edition Goldberg, but I don't know. I like my Ultimate Edition Goldberg I have. Next up, this one might be out of left field, and I haven't seen too many people talk about it, but I would love to see a Lex Luger figure with the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship. Now, they done gave us the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. They done gave us the frickin' NWA television title. I still think they need to come out with the black version for the television title. But I'd like to see, I'd like to see a Lex Luger with the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship. That belt, I don't hear many people talk about that belt. When I hear people talk about belts, I think that's an underrated belt. I really think it does. And the one that's most associated with it is Lex Luger. So we need a Lex Luger with the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship. If they have to acetone the NWA logo out of it, that's fine and dandy. They did it for the TV title. They did it for the NWA World Heavyweight title. I'd like to see the freaking NWA United States Heavyweight Championship. I would also like to see the NWA Tag Team Championships. The blue versions and the black version. Black strap and blue strap versions. I'd like to see those as well, but the only way you probably get that is if like you come out with Horseman figures. Or if you come out with Road Warrior figures. Or, you know, I don't know. Whatever, or Rock and Roll Express or something like that. But yeah, I'd like to see, and I'd like to see all the NWA belts get put out by Mattel. They did well with the NWA title, the NWA TV title, even though I've never owned that figure yet with that belt. The NWA TV title looks good. And you know, so yeah. Next thing I would like to see is ECW figures. More ECW figures. And that includes, if y'all have watched this channel long enough, or you've seen me on Facebook, or anything, y'all know I'm not a big fan of Just Incredible. But if we get a Just Incredible ECW figure, I won't have a problem with it. Because we need to get more ECW figures. We need frickin' Sabu. We need Shane Douglas. We need frickin' Just Not Credible, even though I don't like him. We need Mike Awesome. We need somebody from the FBI. We need Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten so we can have our Rotten Balls tag team. If y'all don't know why I just called them Rotten Balls, a couple years ago when I was playing WWE 2K23, I downloaded Axel Rotten and Balls Mahoney. And I said, you know what would be a good tag team name for them? Rotten Balls. So I used the name Rotten Balls for Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten. I mean, come on, I'm surprised ECW didn't use the damn name. I mean, ECW had all these controversial names and all that, and they couldn't use Rotten Balls. Axel Rotten and Balls Mahoney frickin' teamed up. Come on now. Another guy I'd like to see, especially since he's going to be in his new DLC pack this Wednesday, which is preview night for Comic-Con, I'd like to see New Jack. And if you can, make Mustafa so we can get the gangsters. Now, I don't know if they have the rights to Mustafa, but make New Jack, make Mustafa, and we could get the gangsters. I wouldn't even mind seeing Public Enemy. I wouldn't mind them putting out Public Enemy figures because, you know. But yeah, I want to see ECW figures. I want to see the new I want to see new ECW championships. I want to see the ECW Tag Team Championships that look like the Intercontinental title. I want to see the 96 to 90 freaking 8 ECW World Heavyweight Championship. Quit using that freaking crappy last one they used before they went out of business. That was held by people like Just Not Credible. But Mike Awesome also held that belt too. Taz held that belt. Shane Douglas had that belt. Also, Tommy Dreamer. I know WWE's got this deal with TNA now. They might buy TNA, so hell, why not give us an ECW Tommy Dreamer? Also, I wouldn't mind seeing a freaking, but I don't know, he's with AEW now, so we'll probably have to get him with AEW. But I wouldn't mind seeing an ECW Rhino. Hell, I wouldn't even care if they made Steve Corino. He's still a part of WWE backstage personalities, right? Why can't we get those guys? What else? Oh yeah, Rob Van Dam with the WWE Championship, the spinning version, and the ECW Championship, the one that Mattel likes to make all the frickin' time with that ECW belt. I like to see that. Let's see, what else? Also, I'd like to see re-releases of the JBL figure and a couple other figures that they've done in the past that they haven't been out in a while that they need to re-release. So let's get some re-releases of JBL and all that stuff. I'd like to see that. I wouldn't even mind now. Yeah, we got both the Acolyte Protection Agency now. I wouldn't even mind if they remade the freaking Acolyte APA. Also, I'd like to see test figure. We have not gotten a test figure from Mattel at all. The last test figures we got was Jax. WWE Jax. There was no TNA test figures because I think he passed away not too long after he joined TNA. So we never got none of that. So yeah, I'd like to see test. Especially with the fact they just came out with that Albert. And then you get Trish Stratus. And then you get TNA. Come on now. Also, a couple more things that I'm going to jump to AEW Jazwares. Then I'm going to talk about all the other toy things. Then I'm going to talk about some TV show stuff. And then I'll freaking end the video, probably. But, next up, a new version of this. And the reason why I want a new version of this is because we need this belt, this version of the belt, with the block logo. And honestly, in my opinion, I think they could make these belts just a wee bit bigger than what they are right now. Make them a wee bit bigger with the new mold and put a block logo on this. You can make this blue one. You can make a black striped one with the freaking block logo. But I'd like to see this belt re-released with the block logo. Because this version of the belt never had a scratch logo. Just like the WWE Tag Team Championships, the old school ones, they need scratch logos. And hopefully with the Ultimate Edition Dudley Boy figures, which I've seen images, it looks like they might be doing that. But with the Ultimate Edition Dudley Boy figures, it looks like they are putting scratch logos on the classic WWE Tag Team titles, but I don't know. Fake sponsorship. This video is sponsored by Pepsi Zero. Way better than Coke Zero. Also, you know, I couldn't do a once video without saying more Stone Cold Steve Austin figures with these builds. We need Stone Cold Steve Austin with the 2 knee braces, with different color knee braces, and all that stuff. Yeah, we need we need Stone Cold with the different color knee braces and everything. And 2 knee braces. And more Stone Colds with that build that you use for this Ultimate Edition. That is why so many people love that Stone Cold Ultimate Edition. Because of the new build. Keep that formula. Re-release a lot of figures. And one figure I'd like to see re-released that ties into this belt too is the SCU Stone Cold Steve Austin figure with the freaking SCU shirt, with this blue strap WWF Championship, with the block logo. And when are we gonna get the 3 side plates for these straps? Because these straps had 3 side plates. They do it with the Undisputed Championship. Whether it's a small whether it's a normal size version or it's that freaking bigger gigantic version that I hate. I hate that freaking big gigantic. And, you know, back when Rock was using that belt in 2002, I actually liked it over the original design of the Undisputed title, but then I realized the original version of that Undisputed Championship just looked so much better than that super gigantic one, especially in figure form. I mean, I look at the frickin', because I bought the Eddie Guerrero for my son, and then I bought myself the Hulk Hogan to get 2 of those belts, because I was going to get 2 versions of certain belts. Unless it's the WCW Championship, because it never really changed. Except for when they had the 10 pounds of gold with the NWA title, and then when they had the 91 to 94 WCW Championship. But outside of that, it's been the freaking big gold. And we picked up a lot. I picked up a lot of those this year. Even was able to pick up a few to sell. Well, a couple to sell. Only because I found a good deal on them. But anyway, yeah. Also, can we get some more Ruthless Aggression Triple H? Mainly the Triple H with the beard trimmed off, bigger build when he was 272 pounds, with the frickin' Alliance World Heavyweight Championship design belt. Or, you know, just use the frickin' normal WCW versions of the big gold that you've come out with this year. You know, it fit perfectly. Like, we need Triple H with the frickin' the gear where he had the Iron Cross changed a little bit and it said game in the middle of it and all that stuff and all that. We need more Triple H's like that. Can we get some of that? I'd also like to see promo gears of Evolution characters such as, you know, Batista, Triple H. I know we got that Evolution 3-pack, but golly, that thing was god-awful looking. I didn't care for the Batista, I didn't care for the Orton, I didn't care for the frickin' Triple H, even though you have a chance to change the frickin' outfit and suit and all that. Heck, I thought about it like, heck, if I get an Ultimate Edition Triple H, that Monday Night Wars outfit that came out, I might have to get 2 of that and do what I did with the frickin' Stone Colds. But, yeah. And also, you know, and I know someone else talked about this. Now, unfortunately, I disliked that video, but that's only because he's talking about he wanted to see the Chain Gang John Cena again. Like, wait a minute, we just got the frickin' Chain Gang shirt John Cena as the Ultimate. As the Comic-Con exclusive. Then he wanted some other ones like frickin' still griping about Finn Balor and frickin' you know, Roman Reigns. We get enough Roman Reigns, we get enough Finn Balors. I'm done with Finn Balor and Roman Reigns figures. Even though I just bought my nephew one for his birthday this past week. Which was, yeah. But, yeah. Done with the frickin' Roman Reigns and Finn Balor for right now. And if the next Ultimate Edition line is true and Finn Balor's in it, oh boy. Done with Finn Balor. Honestly, Finn Balor to me is not that charismatic or that entertaining. I mean, I know a lot of people might get mad about me saying that because everybody loves Finn Balor, but yeah, I don't know. He just doesn't do it for me. But I would like to see an 01 Rock from 2001, and I'd like to see an 01 Kurt Angle. Now we've gotten a bunch of different Kurt Angles. You know, we've gotten Attitude ones, we got Ruthless Aggression ones. We need the 01 Kurt Angle. And I'm hoping that they do reveal Booker T from 2000 to 2002. Hoping they reveal Booker T figures from 2000 to 2002. Now we got G.I. Bro coming out in the next Monday Night War set. But, yeah. We don't need no more Booker T's. I mean, we need more Booker T's. See, I'm thinking about Finn Balor and Roman Reigns so much, yeah, and like I just said earlier, I'd like to see newly molded Big Eagle WWF Championships. I think maybe they could fix the Winged Eagles a little bit, because I think the Winged Eagles need to be fixed a little bit, and the 91 and 94 WCW Championship need to be fixed. And the WCW Cruiserweight Championship needs to be fixed. It's way too big. It should be smaller than what it is. But yeah. Those are all things I want from Mattel. Let's get into AEW Jazwares. And honestly, with AEW Jazwares, like I said, that's a brand that just came out. I'm an adult. I'm not going to collect AEW figures. I'll buy them for my son. Or if I got, a nephew or something that likes AEW, I'll buy them AEW figures. But honestly, I like watching AEW, but I'm not going to collect their figures. I mean, I don't have that connection to them the way I have that connection to the old WWE figures and all that stuff. So, yeah. Honestly, with AEW figures, I would just love to see more Surfer Stings. Can we get all the Surfer Stings we can? Can we get an updated Crow Sting from AEW Jazwares? Also, I mean, y'all, if y'all think what I said about Just Incredible earlier is shocking, wait till you see what I say about Jeff Jarrett. I honestly would like to see a 99 to 2001 Jeff Jarrett. I honestly would. We need to get a 99 to 2001 Jeff Jarrett, WCW run Jeff Jarrett. Not the end of this WWF run, but WCW run Jeff Jarrett from the end of 99 till 2000. We need to get the Slapnuts shirt. We need to get Jeff Jarrett, period. Yeah, just... And when they came out with the Jeff Jarrett, the modern day Jeff Jarrett, I'm like, yeah, well, maybe they should come out with Slapnuts Jeff Jarrett. Especially if we are getting Booker T. We're getting Scott Steiner soon. Goldberg's out. And we might get a new Goldberg. I'd also like to see a Blade Runner freaking Ultimate Warrior to go with Blade Runner Sting. And no, it might not scale well because AEW's figures don't scale as well as, WWE figures scale. But I like to see that. Also wanted to see Chronic. I want to see Chronic get put out. And can we get a Brothers of Destruction 2-pack? Yeah, we're putting all these other tag teams in 2-packs. Why not do Brothers of Destruction? But anyway, back to AEW. Let's, we're done with WWE. AEW figures. Yeah, Surfer Stings. I like to see some of the ECW guys who they got under contract get ECW figures of them. Like Taz. Like Rhino. Sabu, I think, might be under a contract with them too. So we have Rhino, Sabu. Who else? I also like to see a freaking Wrath. A Wrath and Mortis for the WWE figures. That'll be the last time I talk about WWE figures. Wrath and Mortis, Chronic, give us all of that. I don't want no crappy Atom Bomb figure, that's for sure. I'll take Wrath. I'll take Mortis. I'll take Brian Clark and Brian Adams. But I do not want Atom Bomb. Also, WCW Sid. We gotta get WCW Sid. Like I said, that'll be the last I talk about that now. Let's stop talking about that. Yeah, but ECW Taz, ECW Sabu, ECW Rhino. Rob Van Dam, I think he's got like a double freaking contract with Jazwares and Mattel, so you'll get figures either way for him, so yeah. They got any other ECW guys under contract? I don't know. Maybe a new Giant figure. Since Paul White's still part of WCW, or since Paul White's still part of AEW, almost called it WCW. Since Paul White's still, I went back to frickin' 1995. Yeah. Yeah, a giant figure made by Jazwares. You know they gotta get a frickin' giant figure. I wouldn't mind seeing Captain Insano either. Let's make a Captain Insano figure. Come on now. Captain Insano! He'll open up a can of whoop ass. Like he said on the Water Boy. Gatorade. H2O! Gatorade. H2O! What else with AEW? I think they should update their formula on the AEW figures. I honestly think we should get updated formulas. You can even make some of, you know, like wrestlers you got under contract, like Adam Cole and all them. Make classic versions of them. And I don't know if they signed any legends. If they got a legend deal like Mattel does with WWE. But I know they got that Ric Flair coming out. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be nice. Is it going to be better than the Ultimate Edition I got over there? I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, I think they need to update their formula on the AEW Jazwares figures. That's the biggest thing I want from AEW. Update the formula, update the belts, update some of the characters that you use on a weekly basis. Quit giving us someone like Ricky Starks, who's already in WWE now. Quit giving us somebody like Ethan Page, who's now in WWE. Yeah, give us, yeah, let's get some updated characters, updated freaking belts, updated formula period for AEW Jazwares. If they update the formula, I think more people will start buying the Jazwares AEW figures again. I know wrestling figure fans, they still buy them no matter what. Guys like My Damn Toys, Wrestling Hero Figs, shoot. And a couple other wrestling figure people that buy the AEW figures. But yeah, I think if they update the formula on AEW Jazwares figures, then I think, you know, more people will buy the AEW Jazwares figures. Update the belts, because we need the updated belts. Update the formula. Update the figures. Update the, everything else. Yeah. So, yeah. Give us something spectacular. Especially update your Supreme line. I know the Supreme line is probably the most popular line they got, but yeah. Update that. Maybe we'll get the updates on that. Who knows? But, you know. Next up, let's go into McFarlane Toys. What I want to hear from McFarlane Toys Wednesday is news on when the Batman Returns wave's coming out. Not only do I want to hear that, I also want to hear Batman 89 is coming out early next year before he loses the frickin' contract to back to Mattel, which, oh god, man. Now I haven't collected DC figures in forever, but the McFarlane ones I've collected, like I got the Batman Forever wave. I bought the Batman 89 figure for my birthday. Bought my son the Batman and Robin wave. And I was going to buy my daughter the Poison Ivy from the Batman and Robin wave, but never found it. So I thought about just playing a prank on her and buying her one of the old Kinder Toy frickin' Poison Ivy. Like, here you go, daughter. You want a Poison Ivy from the movie? Here it is. The old Batman and Robin Poison Ivy figure, which isn't even that big. Probably about that big. I want to see more of my favorite Mortal Kombat figures just put out. I want to see Quan Chi. I want to see Kintaro. I want to see Shao Kahn. I want to see, you know, Cyrax. Scorpion. Well, Scorpion's already out. Yeah, they already put out Scorpion figures. And, you know, I'm going to probably be the only one that frickin' dies on this bridge for it, but I still want to see Spawn movie figures. Where's the Spawn movie figures? Come on, Todd. You know, Spawn's your bread and butter. Give us Spawn movie figures. I know a lot of people hate that movie. I like that movie. I don't care what other people think. It was like I like the frickin'... It's like I said on my video, my playthrough Friday. I said, hey, I like the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd. Fuck the frickin' Carl Urban one, because in Carl Urban's version, he ain't running around going, I am the law. I am the law. I am the law. I am the law. Also, I'd like to see them make some more of those Wildcat figures. We got freaking Grifter and we never got any other ones. So, I don't know. I liked Wildcats when it first came on when I was a kid, and then when I rewatched it a year or two ago. I liked it. So, let's get that stuff. I think, I think McFarlane also should get the rights to the Marvel Select figures. I think he should go for the Marvel Select figures. Hasbro's going to have the rights to the normal Marvel figures, so why not give us Marvel Select figures? That'd be pretty cool. And especially if the frickin' Marvel Select figures look better than the frickin' regular Hasbro ones. I'd be like, fuck Hasbro. I'm going to get Marvel Select. I'll get to Hasbro in a minute, because I'm going to talk about G.I. Joe and Marvel stuff and all that, and all that stuff. Video's probably going to be pretty long. Is what it is. Could have live streamed this, but I'm doing the live stream Friday. Talk about everything that was revealed. I'll probably talk a little bit about Shark Week as well. And, so far there's one show I hate on Shark Week so far, and that's that stupid freaking Dancing with the Sharks. That was so dumb last night. I swear to God. That was so dumb last night. I about freaking said, oh my God. Really? All the other stuff was interesting in that, but the stupid Dancing with the Sharks one, I was hoping a shark would have bit one of them. They had hammerheads, sand tigers. Sand tigers won't hit, or nurse sharks won't bite you. Sand tigers I don't think bite. I wish the damn tiger shark or a fucking hammerhead would have bit one of those idiots. No wonder frickin' sharks get annoyed with us. Maybe they attack us out of annoyance because some humans annoy the hell out of them. I don't know. Mistaken identity. No, this motherfucker just annoyed me, so I'm biting his ass. This motherfucker tried to dance with me. I'm gonna bite him. But they did frickin' get me watching Batman again. And you know why I was watching Batman again? Because they had the guy who played Batman making fun of the Dark Knight trilogy, Pete Holmes, on there as one of the frickin' judges. Man, those Batman frickin' skits were so funny. I wish they would have continued doing those. They could have done a whole frickin' thing with those, man. But anyway, back to the toys. But I think that's pretty much it for McFarlane. I mean, that's all I really care about for McFarlane. Supposedly he's got some turtle figures coming out, so I don't know. Alright, let's get into Hasbro. I'll talk about Playmates, and I'll talk about the frickin' Cops figure. That, what is it? Big Bad Toy Factory, or whatever they're frickin' called, supposed to be making. I'll talk about that in a minute. But Hasbro, give us some good G.I. Joe classified announcements. Like a new Serpentor. I don't know. Cobra Law. Rather be Globulus. Nemesis Enforcer. I'm not doing that stupid Nemesis Immortal crap. Screw that. Nemesis Enforcer. Pythona. And all that. Now we've gotten frickin' Falcon and all that crap. And we've gotten some of the frickin' younger guys that were in that movie. But let's get some good G.I. Joe classified announcements this year. Please, Hasbro. Please. I need a Serpentor. I cannot feel complete about my freaking collection without a Serpentor and a cartoon version of freaking Flint. I got Lady J, I got Duke, I got Cobra Commander, I got Roadblock. Yeah. Give us some good G.I. Joe classified news. I also need a freaking cartoon version of Zartan. Because I got the classified version. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, give us some good G.I. Joe classified news. That's all I want. As for Marvel, I was gonna ask for a re-release from Marvel this year. And that is the re-release of that retro card back Apocalypse. Also, can we get a re-release of the Magneto from the frickin' Family Tides frickin' 3-pack with him and Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch? Can we get that too? Because, yeah, the X-Men 97 one's a little shorter than so many other Marvel Magnetos they've made. So, yeah. Get a re-release of that. That way I can go with my Mr. Sinister. Because, you know. But I want that retro card back Apocalypse re-released. You're re-releasing X-Men 97 figures. Can we get a re-release of the retro card back Apocalypse in the purple? Come on. If you have to update it a little bit, do that. I don't care. Get me... I could not get a hold of that fucking Apocalypse. At all. Also, I'd like to see them re-release the freaking Comic-Con exclusive they had a couple years ago. The Venom from the animated series of Spider-Man. And re-release Spider-Man from the animated series Spider-Man. From the 90s cartoon. And we get that. And Carnage. Carnage. I want Spider-Man, Carnage, and freaking Venom. From that old Spider-Man cartoon. I want those guys. And that frickin' one Venom was a frickin' exclusive, so yeah. Re-release it! Give me those three. I wouldn't mind I think the Rhino looked pretty good too from that. Also, will you make... Now you've made Iron Man cartoon figures, but we need the Mandarin. The cartoon Mandarin from the 90s Iron Man cartoon. I don't give a damn about Armored Adventures. That show sucked. How it got 2 seasons of Wolverine and the X-Men got canceled is beyond me. Still to this day. How that got 2 seasons and probably would have got a 3rd season. How'd that get more seasons of Wolverine and the X-Men? Also, I said it as, I think, what, last year or the year before? X-Men Evolution Wave. I'd like to see an X-Men Evolution Wave. That'd be awesome. Now, I like the look of Magneto in that cartoon. I didn't like the look of Magneto and Wolverine and the X-Men. But still, if they made a Wolverine and the X-Men line, I would buy the Magneto as well. But I did not like, but I did like how Magneto looked in X-Men Evolution. So can we get those? Will you make Marvel Legends of, you know, X-Men Evolution figures? And maybe, I mean, they already do old X-Men cartoon figures, so yeah. But yeah, that's what I want to see from Hasbro. Is good G.I. Joe classified news and freaking the stuff I just said about the Marvel stuff. That's what I want to see. I don't care about no Fantastic Four movie wave. I don't care about no Avengers Doomsday movie wave. I don't care about any of that. Give me what I want to see. Alright, yeah. Get into NECA and then I'll talk about some miscellaneous stuff I want to see and then I'll end the video. So let's get into NECA. Now they dropped a big news item. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. They are making Savini Jason from the Friday the 13th game. That is just so awesome. Savini Jason was like the coolest looking Jason in that game. I can't wait to see that figure on the shelves. I'm probably gonna pick it up, put it alongside my freaking Friday the 13th Part 7 Jason. But boy, did that figure look awesome. Did that character look awesome. And now they're making a figure of it. That's going to be even more awesome. I'm very excited for that. I want to see. Yeah, I hope I'm able to find that freaking Savini Jason. Because, boy, that's just awesome. Also, apparently, I guess they're making Halloween Resurrection. Or no. H2O freaking Michael Myers. Look. Make H2O Michael Myers. Make Part 5 Michael Myers. Make Part 4 Michael Myers. Make the remake Michael Myers for Part 1 and the remake Michael Myers for Part 2. But I don't want to see a resurrection Michael Myers. That would give me PTSD. I'd probably take the figure every time I see it and just slam it on the fucking ground. Oh, fuck this movie! But, and if we get Halloween 4, 1, 5, H2O, I'm fine with. We've already gotten Part 6, so I'm cool. And then we get the remake Michael Myers. I don't give a damn. I mean, and plus, you know, the Blumhouse Michael Myers are already out too, so, you know. We don't have to get no more Blumhouse Michael Myers. I would like to see Laurie Strode from the original movies, Jamie Lloyd, you know, all the human characters. Sheriff Meeker, because I didn't care for Brackett. Brackett was lame. Frickin' Meeker was the man. Sheriff Meeker was the man. I can't believe they frickin' killed him off in Part 5. I'm like, no! All the people you kill off, they kill off the bad mofo Sheriff Meeker, and then frickin' Sheriff Brackett still running around alive somewhere. Thankfully, the frickin', thankfully Halloween frickin' Kills rectified that. Brackett got obliterated by Michael Myers, so did frickin' crappy Tommy Doyle. My Tommy Doyle is still Paul Rudd. Can we get Paul Rudd for frickin' Halloween 6? Can we get Loomis from Halloween 6? I mean, we gotta get Loomis from every Halloween movie. I mean, come on now. We got the frickin' one for Part 2, which is pretty much the same as Part 1. But we need Part 4 Loomis, the creepy, scary one. Part 5 and Part 6 Loomis. Come on now. We need to get those. And like I said, I like to see frickin' Freddy Krueger figures, especially Super Freddy. I don't care what anybody else says about Super Freddy. I thought Super Freddy looked pretty cool. So screw everybody else who don't like Super Freddy. Can we get Super Freddy? Can we get frickin' comic book sketch frickin' Freddy as well? Can we get Alice? I don't care about frickin' Nancy. Let's get Alice. What, removable clothes? No. I'm not a pervert. Removable clothes, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I wouldn't even care to get Malcolm McDowell frickin' Michael Halloween. I wouldn't care to get Malcolm McDowell Dr. Loomis. Even though I hated him in the second one. The first one he was alright. The second one he was just garbage, man. He acting like a total douchebag. All that stuff. Selling the sizzle, woman! Selling the sizzle, woman! Yeah. If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you. Oh, boy. I mean, that lady was kind of annoying. I can see why Lewis wanted to beat her. I don't know. I don't condone women beating. I don't condone that. But anyway. Yeah. And I like to see 8, 9, and 10. Jason Voorhees. And I think I'm also going to die on this frickin' bridge, too. NECA, please, save us from the atrocity of what the fucking Super 7 did to the 2003 Turtles. Save us and make 2003 Ninja Turtle figures. I mean, yeah. Please, NECA. Please. I am not buying any Super... The Super 7 ones look terrible. I don't care what anybody else says about them. They look like garbage. I've seen Mad Hatter. He reviewed them. I haven't watched any other reviews of them, but, you know, just looking at them, I'm like, they just look like garbage. They don't even look like the frickin' Turtles from that show. And then Super 7's supposed to be making more of them. Yeah, no, I'm good. Come on, NECA. Save us. Also, I like to see them revisit old franchises they used to make of, like Predator. Like, we need more Dutches. We need Danny Glover as Mike Harrigan. We finally need to get Danny Glover as Mike Harrigan. We also need Dylan We need the rest of Arnold's team for freaking Predator 1. And I don't care about the rest of freaking Harrigan's team. I just want Harrigan. And maybe Keys. You know, do a lot of silly things with freaking Gary Busey figure. A lot of silly things with Gary Busey figure. What else from NECA? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Part 2 individual figures. Or put them in a 2-pack. Like you've done with the other movie figures. Because we got Part 1, we got Part 3, we haven't got Part 2 figures. I think also re-releasing a Kino figure would be good too. Kino in the frickin' pizzeria jacket. That's the one I want. I don't want the frickin' one where he's trying to infiltrate the Foot Clan or any of that. We already got Tatsu, so we don't need Tatsu. Tatsu's pretty much the same in Part 2 that he was in Part 1. Also, you know, this one might be out of left field. The rest of the Cenobites for frickin' Pinhead. Also, I think the rest of the frickin' family in Ultimate Form for Leatherface. For the Texas Chainsaw. And then probably I'll, you know, I wouldn't mind them doing Rambo figures again. Rambo and Rocky figures. I'd like to see them make Rocky figures again. Make them better than the ones they did originally. Especially with the Rocky 3 one with the belt. Can we get Rocky where the belt's actually removable? And we can frickin' have Rocky just walk around with it and be like, "Yo, Adrian, I did it!" Also, you know, I like to see like something from frickin' Running Man or Commando figures or something like that from Arnold. And I like to see them do some Jean-Claude Van Damme figures like Bloodsport, Hard Target, whatever, man. Time Cop, Street Fighter. I don't know. Maybe Jada Toys will make the Street Fighter movie figures. They're doing pretty well with the Street Fighter figures, so maybe they'll make movie figures eventually. That's what I want to see from Jada Toys. Street Fighter movie figures. I'd also like to see the first Mortal Kombat movie figures. From the first movie, I don't care about frickin' Annihilation, aka Abomination. I didn't care about 2021 now. Maybe this new one that's coming out this year will be better. I don't know, I just can't get into Johnny Cage. I can't. It looks like they're going to make Johnny Cage like the one that's going to end up beating Shao Kahn. That's going to be so dumb. It's going to ruin the whole lore. They are going to get my boy Quan Chi in it. I want to see, I'll be excited to see Quan Chi, but too bad we ain't getting Kitaro. Why? Why does Kitaro get such disrespect, man? Anyway, also with Terminator figures, I'd like to see Kyle Reese. I'd like to see frickin' John Connor and Sarah Connor from the first 2 movies. I don't care about the later movies. Fuck the later movies. The later movies sucked. But we gotta get Kyle Reese. Especially, man, with me having that Christian Bale Batman, I can do a lot of silly stuff with that. Come on now. Yeah. John Connor, re-release. Maybe Christian Bale John Connor as well. Then we don't have to use Batman. We can just use Christian Bale John Connor. It's Kyle Reese! Alright, yeah. That's it. Yeah, I like to see what Jada Toys has in store. Like I said, I like to see movie figures from Jada Toys. This video is going to be 50 minutes. I apologize. I didn't expect it to be this long. Because live stream, I'll probably do like an hour. I don't know. Or as long as one of my live stream playthroughs. But anyway, yeah, for miscellaneous stuff, I would like to see, you know, like I said, what Jada Toys does with the Street Fighter line next. I'd like to see what we get from when we're gonna find out when them freaking cops when that bulletproof vest is coming out from cops. I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know. But anyway, that'll do it. Sorry this video was longer than I was expecting it to be. I apologize, but hey. I had a lot to talk about, a lot I want to see at this, and I had to cover everything that I like covering for, you know, this. So anyway. Let me know what you guys think they should do with any of the things I talked about in this video. Let me know. Subscribe for more. Like this video. Subscribe to my Facebook fan page, the Mr. Hornberry 3 Show. Also check out my Facebook business page, TryGen Toys. And until Wednesday, when I talk about anime TV shows, which will not be as long as this video. And then when I do the live stream, we're talking about all the Comic-Con reveals. So, yeah. But that'll do it. Catch you guys later. Peace out.